This video was sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier pays top dollar for your used iPhone. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. It's that simple. Check out more details at the end of this video. What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. How you doing today, guys? Well, the product I'm going to be showing you is something that was sent to me free for review from iBattz. And today we have the Mojo Refuel Aqua S battery case. And this is for the iPhone 5 and 5S. And so, guys, this is basically a hybrid style case. This is not only a waterproof case, but it actually has a built-in battery pack as well, a 2200 milliamp battery pack, which I believe is the only case that does this. I haven't seen any other cases in the market that actually do both of those things. It's a waterproof case and it's an actual backup battery. Some really interesting facts. It has an interchangeable battery pack on the inside, so you can swap those out as well. Rugged protection. It is complete IPX8 protection against complete submersion, so you can actually put this underwater. There should be no issues whatsoever, and you can still feel the touch screen and everything. We'll go over that with the built-in screen shield that is inside there. So definitely a crazy protective and interesting case that I haven't really had a chance of checking out. So let's see what comes inside the box. Well, first off, we have the USB connector, which is used to charge up the device. So that is a micro USB to regular USB, so that is included in the box. Next, we have an audio adapter here, so whenever you do have your phone inside the case, it's hard to get your regular headphones in there. So this is an adapter to help you get the cord out and you'll be able to listen to your audio a little bit easier without having to take your phone out of the case. So one audio adapter. Also included is a plastic frame, and this is if you want to take your phone or take off the big rugged outside shell of the case and not have it waterproof, and if you just want to rock it as a regular battery case. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. And of course we have the case itself. So as you guys can see, there is a built-in screen shield built into this case right here, and we do have a screen shield covering over the fingerprint scanner, but that does work with Touch ID with the iPhone 5S, so there should be no issues with that. So let's put the phone inside here. Let me actually show you how this works. So on the bottom here, if you can kind of pull it off ever so slightly, so it kind of just pulls around the edge like so. There we go. It's not as easy as you would think it would be, which is probably a good thing. You don't want water getting into there. So you can pull that piece off. So remember how I showed you that aluminum bumper? Not the aluminum bumper, but it's made to look like aluminum. It's made to look metal. So here are the bumpers here. So if you are out and about and you don't need a waterproof case and you don't need to have such a bulky protection, you can actually just snap this piece onto here, and this will allow you to use it as a regular battery case, which is pretty cool. So if you just want a really lightweight, thin battery case, then you're good to go with that piece. But if you do want the extra added protection of the waterproof case, and I have my iPhone 5 right here, pop that in there. So this snaps around like so. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Yep. Okay. And now let's attempt to do this on camera, because this is not the easiest thing to snap on, because it's pretty difficult to get it perfectly lined up the first time around. So I'll just try to talk while I do this. So that we snap in, and you basically guide it around to create that nice tight seal, so that way the water doesn't get into there. And that's pretty much it. There we go. Now, the one thing I will say is that using the screen it's not exactly like the iPhone screen, because of course the iPhone screen is glass. This is not quite as smooth, and it does bubble up in certain areas right there as you're touching it. So that's one thing I don't like about this case, and I think would cause people not to keep this piece on there at all times. But if you are going to be at the beach, at the river, at the water park, and you want to have your phone with you, I mean, that's not that big of a deal. You have a waterproof case, so I don't think that'd be a big issue. The fingerprint scanner does work with the 5S. Obviously, I only have my wife's 5 with me right now. I don't have my 5S with me, but trust me, I have tested it. It does work, and it reads it pretty quickly. The microphone and the speaker are a little bit affected by this. You can still use them, you can still talk through them, but it's not the most ideal use, or not the most ideal experience. But like I mentioned before, this isn't quite the style of case that you're going to be rocking on your phone all the time. This is when you're going to be at the beach, at the river, in a place where there's lots of water, where you still want to be able to answer your phone calls and receive phone calls, but more importantly, you want to protect your device, and you want to have a backup battery. Okay, so let's do a quick walkthrough, and I'll show you all the close ports and everything. So you can see we get to the top here. The standby switch is being covered up as usual, but you can still feel the click through there, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty nice. Get to the side, the mute switch is a little bit different. We have a rotating switch that you have to click, and so when you rotate it, it actually messes with the switch inside, and it will work. It takes some time to get used to, and you definitely, right off the bat, when you're using it, you don't really know, is that mean it's in mute? Does that mean it's in mute? It takes a while for you to get used to knowing when it is in mute. But it's just basically a rotator switch that clicks into place, and it does allow you to mute it, so that's one thing. The volume up and down buttons are being covered up, but you can still feel a click even through the big thick case right there. Has a nice ribbed edge on the side, so it's easy to grab and hold on to. Get to the bottom, and we got something interesting here. So here's where the ports are, okay? So the headphone jack is obviously being plugged up, and it's like a really large, let me see if I can pop it out here. So it's a really big plug that's blocking it off, so definitely not going to let any water get into there, and that hole is really recessed in there. So that's why you would need the adapter that's included with it to be able to use your headphones with it, because otherwise your headphones are not going to probably reach into that small little hole. So that's why that is there. So that plugs up, and then this one right here for the USB port is on the side right here. So you don't need to use a lightning connector, you'll use the micro USB cable that's included with this, and this will charge up your device and the case at the same time. So you get that right there, and that pops closed really well. We have a little loop right there for a lanyard if you want to hook one onto there, which is pretty nice. And then when we get to the side here, hold that down, and then we have the battery. So there, all you do is press that side button right there. The battery comes on. I got four light up things letting me know that it is fully charged and ready to go. Really good, nice texture on the back. Pretty big opening for the camera, and it's pretty deep as you can see there. So it's a pretty thick back there, but it has to have that battery pack that's on the inside. So the camera's not really inhibited or blocked off. The flash is kind of close to the edge, but I haven't noticed any kind of issues when taking pictures with it. So that should be good to go. And get to the front. Obviously, the home button is being covered up by this membrane right here, but it does work with the Touch ID if you do have the 5S inside here. The screen is not 100% super sensitive, and like I said, it does bubble up and do some kind of weird things, and it doesn't feel like the glass screen shield. But like I mentioned before, that's not really the main issue of this. The main issue is just to protect your device. So not to create an awesome experience and protect your device. So that's just the one thing. That's the one thing I think that would cause people to not keep this on their phone at all times. Which is why it's good that they include the little frame. That way you can pop it off, and when you don't need it to be waterproof, you can just rock it like a regular battery case, which is real nice. Everything else is fine. There's a huge lip on it there, so if you do put it face down or like that flat, it's not touching the screen at all. So good lay on the table design. And the speaker, the microphone, like I mentioned, not the most sensitive and greatest experience, but once again, not the main point of this case. The main point of this case is to protect your phone from water damage and to give you some backup battery power. So that's pretty much it, guys. So this is the Mojo Refuel Aqua S battery case for the iPhone 5 and 5S. This one retails for $120, so quite pricey, but once again, it's going to be a waterproof case, it's going to be a battery case, so multi-use. And I think for what you're needing, I think this is pretty awesome, because I have waterproof cases that I've used before, like when I go to the water park or the river or the beach. And the one thing that kind of stinks about it is you're usually using it in a waterproof case because you want to take tons of pictures, tons of video to enjoy the experience and have those things with you. Of course, taking lots of pictures and video sucks up your battery. So normally when that is the experience, my phone is dead by the end of the day. The plus about this is this will keep you topped off for a long time. So really cool product, really interesting, and I really recommend you guys at least looking at it and checking it out. The retail price is high, but you have to keep in mind what you're getting out of that price. So really interesting stuff. If you guys have any questions about what you've seen so far, post those down below. I read each and every comment on all of my videos, and I'll always do my best to get back to you guys as quick as possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you want to stay up to date with all of my content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews, and I'll see you in the next video review. Sellcashier.com offers you good money for your used iPhone, and it's very easy. Here's how it works. Visit sellcashier.com, select your phone's model, carrier, storage size, and condition, and instantly receive a quote for your phone. After that, choose your shipping option, which includes having a prepaid label and box sent to you. Once Sell Cashier receives your package and examines your phone to assess its condition, you'll receive payment via PayPal or check, and that's it. Super simple and much safer than dealing with those weirdos on Craigslist. Sellcashier.com. Simple, fast, secure.